guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends Clan Boss. That's what I woke up thinking this morning. That was a long time ago. It is now 2:51 a.m. For this old man, that's pretty late, and partially the day kind of got away. Let me just start by showing you guys. The day kind of got away from me. I woke up saying I'm going to build the best Clan Boss team ever in the game. The world record right now is just shy of 1 billion damage. 1 billion damage using this team. So the good news is I built the team. Bad news is it took me forever. You know how it is when you work and kind of behind the scenes, you Raid Shadow Legends a little bit and then a little bit more. Then you look at yourself and you look down and you look up and you look everywhere and you say, dude, what happened to my day? I've been distracted all day by Raid Shadow Legends. I say congratulations. Anyway, take a look above me, guys. You'll see yours truly. 26 keys, and I know you can kind of reset your device and save your keys. Well, I started raging. I got a little frustrated at one point. Had to call my man, Deadwood Jedi. Deadwood, help me out, man! What am I doing wrong, dude?
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Don't teach a man to fish, and you feed yourself. He's a grown man. Fishing's not that hard.
So, he helped me out. The team is not where it needs to be to get anywhere close to any of those incredible numbers. But I have assembled the team, and all I am is a couple artifacts short of reflex gear in order to really, what I feel is contend, right? And also some better accessories as well, right? So let's take a look at the team, talk about how it works, talk about the thresholds, and then we'll see it in action, okay? So, man, it was, like I said, so much fun building this team. Let's talk about how it works really quickly here. Under Priest Brogni is going to be, it's these 5 champions, 2 rares, by the way, on this squad. In case you guys are unfamiliar, let's kind of cover the basics, right? So Brogni is going to be there to grow our shield and make it last forever. Lanicus the Chosen is actually going to be, well, the next 3 champions are going to be the ones actually making it last forever with their buff extensions. So we have ally attack, fills a turn meter, increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. And then we have Krisk has the same ability on a 3-turn cooldown, increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. And then we have our first rare, Hellborn Sprite, has an ability Transmuter, a 3-turn cooldown, increase the duration of all ally buffs by, you guessed it, 1 turn there as well. Our main DPS, our main damage dealer, aside from Brogni's passive, is going to be Corporal Cadaver, another rare champion who can actually hit for well over 1 million damage per hit. We're going to shut off his A2, shut off his A3, and only go in with his A1. The damage that he deals equal to 30% of the value of the shield that he is under, so we're going to keep growing the shield with Brogni, and growing and growing and growing, and extending and extending and extending, and he does more damage off this A1.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
It's kind of like this machine that's all working together. Put the shield down with Krisk's passive, and then with Divine Speed, so 2 shields, and then we're going to extend and grow. Extend and grow. Is that weird to say like that? I don't know. That's the squad. Let's talk briefly, and again, massive shout out, deadwoodjedi.com. All the Clan Boss resources that you guys need, you should all bookmark this page. My great friend Deadwood, I couldn't have done this without him, right? These are the speeds. Chris, 286 plus. Lanicus, 269, 286, Hellborn, Corpulent, and Brogni. You guys can see. So, you'll notice that on my speeds, on my total stats on these champions, let's talk about the artifact sets as well, right? Reflex on Brogni with crit damage. We need this dude to deal a lot of damage because his shield growth is based on how much damage he does. So we need a lot of crit rate, crit damage, and basically really trying to maximize the damage off of that A2 with Brogni, right? So reflex is going to be really paramount. The more we can grow the shield, and there is some RNG there obviously as well, the better we're going to be situated in this battle. We have, again, on all these champions, speed is really the first thing that you want to look at. After that, trying to maximize some damage here. We don't care about HP that much because we're going to be shielded pretty much the entire battle. It's more defense to keep that shield nice and healthy, right? Lanicus the Chosen, reflex and divine speed. Again, divine speed or divine gear in general is going to be very important because we need that second shield at the start of our turns. So Lanicus, you can see your total stats right here. I forgot to show you Masteries really quickly here. Brogny's Masteries, Giant Slayer, obviously going to be really important there. We have Lanicus with War Master. We have Chris the Ageless in Stalwart and Divine Speed. You can go Guardian as well. I think Guardian is probably more preferable. I just did not have the speed to get, I mean, Chris is very, very difficult to get this fast. At least with my gear he was. I don't know. I need to start farming more Stalwart gear and Reflex gear, right? So a lot more time, especially on the Reflex in Ice Golem. War Master, and really important that we pick up Master Hexer. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm going to share those mistakes with you guys in this video. One of them was not building enough accuracy on Krisk to consistently land the decreased attack off of his passive. We're really going to be relying on that to keep the team alive, so we're really aiming at least 200 resist, ideally even higher, so I could stand to gain here. And I'm assuming I have nothing that I can glyph out on this gear, but you guys can go ahead and take a look at what I've kind of went with here. Unfortunately, this is very awkward. Had to go crit damage because I just didn't have the speed, divine speed gear, or the stalwart gear, or the guardian gear to kind of make this build. And this is what I talked about. I still need to optimize the gear quite a bit. Why do we need 200, crit damage with 20% crit rate, right? But you got to make do with what you have, right? So defense on the chest, and we went speed. We want to be building Krisk with as much defense as possible. Still, 4,800 is not too bad. We don't care again that much about that HP, so we'll be extending and growing that shield anyway. Masteries I already showed you, but there they are again. Hellborn and Sprite are going to be different masteries. With Hellborn, we went with Bulwark Mastery. Bulwark is going to go ahead and basically absorb 5% of the damage that allies receive. She's going to help keep everybody alive there as well. Most of the time, she's the first to die on the team as well. Transmuter, we already talked about. In terms of artifacts, we went Guardian in Divine Speed. Guardian in Divine Speed. You can see total stats right here before your eyes. Let's go on next to Corporal Cadaver. He is in mastery-wise. You can see War Master, Retribution, getting more of those, massive shield damage procs off of that A1, right? So War Master, Deterrence, and Retribution on the defense tree as well. Total stats you guys can see here. Nothing out of this world crazy. Enough defense, enough speed, and we can probably optimize that damage a little bit more, but keep in mind, again, the vast majority of that damage is all coming from the bonus shield anyway, so even the crit damage and crit rate, even on the 800 plus million damage teams out there, they're not anything that much higher than what I'm running, so just kind of know that most of that's just coming from the shield anyway, okay? So that is the build on all these champions. Let's go ahead and show you the setup for this team. The actual in-game setup is not too bad. Or once you actually get into the battle, it's more of the customization here on the auto skills. So Ultra Nightmare, and you will notice here, guys, as well on Ultra Nightmare, it would be easier if they didn't have the increased attack buffs on the clan boss there, and we get more damage too if it was Force Affinity out of our Corporal Cadaver. But still, again, it's not going to have as big of an impact as you would think on both of those kind of factors, because Brogny is going to be stripping away the increased attack most of the time anyway before he gets those strong AoEs off, but it could kind of ruin the run. Another thing too is if Lanicus procs an extra turn off of her A3 to start the battle, we have to reset the entire, it's going to screw the entire thing up, so we don't want that. So let's talk really quickly here about the team setup. So into the team setup here, guys, we have Invincible Shell is going to be used as an opener and then never used again. On Hellborn and Sprite, we're not going to use the A2 at all. On Brogny, we're going to use the A3 as an opener and then never again. We're going to use Lanicus,
come on, man.
Lanicus, tomato. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the A3. We're going to use it as the opener and then never again the rest of the battle. And then Corporal Cadaver, we're not going to use his A2. We don't care about that shield he's putting on himself. We already have 2 shields on. It's all good. And then the A3, we're not going to use as well. So I screwed up this team setup, automation, customization, whatever the heck you want to call it. I screwed it up big time. At first, I didn't turn off the abilities at all like an idiot. And then after that, I kept this on because I was like, more shields, good. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. You make dumb mistakes, right?
Only you.
So went in there and fixed that as well. I originally ran this team without divine speed on anybody. I just used regular speed artifacts. Everybody was dying. There was no 2 shields on anybody. The whole thing was screwed up there. Maybe he was getting aggro on the clan boss. I don't know. So I switched up Krisk, added him there like I saw in Deadwood's video. So another shout out to Deadwood Jedi. You guys can see, actually I missed the beginning. I don't think she got an extra turn, but you guys will see. Shield, 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 shield. Only one on Brogny, that's fine. shield, 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 shield. So 2 shields on everybody, and we're just going to keep growing that shield, right? So look at the A1 here of Corporal Cadaver, 54,000 damage. 54,000 damage off of that A1. Now let's pay attention as we grow the shield throughout the duration of this battle. And you guys can see none of these buffs are coming off of my team here. None of these buffs are coming off. Reflex is going to be great. It's going to a 40% chance to reduce the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn. That's going to help us, again, grow that shield more often, ally attack more often, increase the duration of buffs more often, vis-a-vis Lanicus's A2 as well. So really, really great synergy here. I wish I knew who invented this team. I don't. But if you guys do, let me know, and I'll put it as the pinned comment and in the description. I always love giving credit where credit is due. I actually looked up a little bit earlier on this team, and I found a few different names, and I have no idea. So whoever did is a freaking genius, man. I mean, this is some incredible stuff. Don't you guys think? So 100K now with the A1. And you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. You don't need to sit here and wait for 20, 30 minutes or whatever. But you guys kind of get how things are going so far, right? We're extending. You can see all those buffs on the team. We just keep extending. And then look at Brogni here. He's going to grow the shield. Not yet, but soon. HP burn helps as well on the A1 of Brogni. That weaken on the A1 of Hellborn Sprite is going to be really important, right? That's one of the reasons that we're using her, because there's a lot of champions out there that can increase the duration of all ally buffs, right? On a 3-turn cooldown. She has the weak version of Weaken on her A1. We do have ally attack too, so she has a chance, extra chances of landing it there. And the reason that we like that is, well, for obvious reasons, it's 15% extra damage, right? Even though it's the weak version of Weaken, she is somebody who can consistently place Weaken on the clan boss. We can benefit from that extra damage and also have the increased cooldown. So there we go, grow shield on everybody, and you can see the damage is starting to pick up a little bit here, right? Let's watch again. And then we will, and oh, did I share it with you guys? I didn't even share the most obvious thing, did I? I showed you the stats, but I haven't talked about it. Lanicus, she's not fast enough. And that's the biggest thing that I need. I need better speed or better reflex gear with speed. I couldn't get her that fast. And when I tried her in Relentless, everything screwed up. She took too many turns. She stripped off all of her buffs and she was dead. I tried her in I didn't even worry about reflex. And it just didn't, I mean, the team worked out all right, but we didn't get nearly as much damage as I have her right now, running a little bit slower, but at least she has the reflex. At least she has, again, some speed, I think around 250 or so. So that's what I need to fix on this team, and I will definitely update you guys on this team as I continue to improve it. And you can see the increased attack on the clan boss because he's below 50% HP. He's actually dead right now. But you'll see when Brogni goes, he'll remove that increase. See, but we have to, sometimes we do take a big blow like that. So there he goes, he removes the buff now, but we'd be way better off because we could just wipe, like, you know, in 50 turns from now, there'll be too much damage, right? We could wipe off of that. So what we need to do is, you know, in order to really push our damage limit and last longer in the battle, we need to get there early in the morning before the rest of the clan has got their attacks in. So guys, I will be right back and we'll check in with the damage. I just want to see the A1 one more time to see where we left off here in 16 turns in. 16 turns in, we're doing 223K off that A1. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we are 44 rounds in, 520K damage. You just saw it there, so the damage off the A1 has certainly increased quite a bit. I will come back at you guys before we wipe. All right, guys, so here we are at around 600K. He hit for 650 there, but I think after we just lost Hellborn, we might be going down in damage from here on out. 587, so around 650, again, 600K looks to be his max in this video. Let's see how much damage we can get from here on out. All right, guys, so it wasn't too far after that we went down with 103.12 million damage. Now, as predicted, we did actually lose Hellborn off of an attack when the AoE with increased attack went up, the big heavy hitter from the clan boss. I think that with some optimization, some gear improvements, getting Lenicus's speed up to where it should be, we should be looking pretty good, especially when we kind of mess around with the damage and just really work on fine-tuning these builds on all of these champions, so again, that they're maximized for that damage. But really, it comes down to primarily Brogni and Cadaver. So guys, let me know what you think of this team. Let me know what you think of these rares, especially Corporal Cadaver putting out that much damage. It's pretty insane stuff. And again, make sure you go ahead and visit deadwoodjedi.com. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, take care, guys.